Today we are going to talk on emotional equilibrium and comorbid diseases. Actually, I do not know of any person in this world who has no mood swings. In fact, variation in mood is the classic feature or a classic human trait. As long as your change in mood stays within the upper and the lower limit of normal, it is perfectly acceptable and perfectly safe. It will not cause any psychosomatic disorders. But the moment your mood goes beyond the upper limit of normal and you land up in a state of elation, excitement, exhilaration or anger, that is the time when lot of biochemical changes are occurring into your blood system. Now why does that happen? It is because of the release of a particular substance called as catecholamines, and those are released into your body and they cause lot of changes. They affect the cardiovascular system. These catecholamines can cause spasm or constriction of the arteries that supply the muscle of the heart. They can cause deposition of fat inside the inner lining, a fat called as lipid deposition, and cause narrowing, which can land up in angina. These catecholamines can also cause a rupture of the plaque, giving rise to a heart attack. Well, you must have seen these things happening in many of the Bollywood movies. We do see those, where a girl elopes with a boy. The boy is disliked by the father of the girl, and her father gets very upset and angry, and then he gets chest pain and he gets admitted to the hospital. Very severe state of anger can land you in a hospital with a heart attack. So a particular equilibrium is very, very important. These catecholamines can also cause an elevation of blood sugar levels. Your sugar levels can go up, especially it is very bad for those people who are already diabetic. On the other hand, if your mood goes down, goes below the lower limit of normal, and you feel very low, very morose, very unhappy, very depressed, the whole biochemistry is entirely different. And what happens? Your immunity goes down, your basal metabolic rate goes down. There are a lot of psychosomatic changes that take place. There is headache, migraine, acidity, indigestion, sleeplessness, feeling weak all the time. And if you don't sleep properly, it is going to precipitate many problems. When you sleep between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., that is the right time to have an optimal benefit of a hormone which is called as the melatonin, which prevents cancer and so many diseases like blood pressure, heart attack also. So having a low feeling is also bad. Now the question is how to keep emotional equilibrium and how to maintain it properly. According to the science of yoga, they have described 8 sutras like Yama, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhan, Samadhi. We will not go into all those, but I have analyzed it and made it very simple and practicable for you. You need to follow 4 basic pillars to keep a mental equilibrium. And that consists of pillar number 1, and that is having a very, very, very rigid timetable. When I say timetable, you must have fixed time to sleep at night, a fixed time to get up in the morning, a fixed time for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and for your daily chores or your daily job, whatever you are doing. And you must adhere and stick to that timetable, which is very important. And you can see the miracle happening. That is pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is, of course, diet. Diet plays a very, very important role. Your food should be, whatever you eat, should be very healthy and nutritious. have lot of green leafy vegetables and plenty of fruits, have almonds, have ginger, have lemon, cinnamon and garlic. These are very important. These must be included in your diet. Avoid all stale food, fast food, refrigerated food and processed food. They all contain a lot of excitogens. They contain certain preservatives and they are not good for the body. They affect your mind and change your mental equilibrium. So this is very important. Avoid red meat completely. All these animals which are available for us to eat, they are all injected with certain chemicals so that they become fatter. And these hormones or those particular injections or those chemicals come into your system and affect your mind. So it is very important to avoid red meat. You can have chicken, you can have fish and eggs of course. Then stay away from alcohol and tobacco. Especially those who are excitable types should restrict on tea, coffee. It is very important because they stimulate your BMR. And those who are low or they feel depressed should avoid alcohol. Now the next pillar or the third pillar is of course exercise. When I say exercise, it has to be a complete exercise package consisting of all the 10 components. And what are those 10 components? Those are, number 1, the salutation prayer that is in the beginning. After that comes warming up. After warming up comes stretching. Stretching should be either active stretching or passive stretching. After that, aerobic exercises. When I say aerobic, it could be either LISS, that is low intensity steady state exercise, or HIIT, that is high intensity interval training exercise. After aerobics comes yoga. And when I say yoga, you must do very important yogasanas, which are standing yoga, sitting yoga, supine yoga and prone yoga. After yoga comes strength training exercise. That is, it could be isotonic exercise or isometric exercise. You can use a bull worker or a workstation or take simple weights and do it. After that comes pranayam. In pranayam, it should end with Omkar Nath. There are certain important pranayam which you should do. After that comes meditation. You can do transcendental meditation or you could do Tratak meditation. After meditation, the 9th one is Yoga Nidra. It is very important, 20 minutes of Yoga Nidra. And finally, the gratitude prayer. So these are all the 10 components of the exercise package which you must follow. Now you can visit my Facebook page or YouTube channel by the name Dr. Avinash Inamdar, and you will come across all this variety of videos related to exercise, to yoga, related to food, and they would be of great help to you. Do watch those videos. And the fourth and the last pillar, of course, is stress management. This stress management we divide into 3 basic sections. Number 1 is the detachment exercises. It is very important to be detached in this world of attachment. You got to overcome the basic emotions like emotions of materialism, fear, greed, infatuation, pride and jealousy. So there are particular exercises which we teach in our workshops. Second point is analyzing the cause of being angry and analyzing the cause of feeling depressed. What is the cause? Go to the root cause and do counseling therapy. And the third thing which we advocate is also very important, and we call it as the mantra therapy. There are certain powerful mantras which if you recite them on a regular basis, it gives results and makes wonders. So these are the basic 4 pillars which you should follow and maintain a beautiful mental equilibrium and stay away from all these comorbid diseases because all these diseases are psychosomatic. They are all related to the mind. So keep your mind even. Do not have too many mood swings. Do not be very angry. Do not be very depressed. In words of Mahatma Gandhi, you are said to have conquered anger if you do not get angry when there is a genuine cause for being angry. That is a famous word. So maintain good equilibrium. And friends, I am sure if you follow these 4 pillars, watch my videos, it will certainly help you to not fall a victim to any of these comorbid diseases like heart attack, high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, stroke. And especially today, in times of corona,